Hello everyone, this is your host. What we are seeing right now inside US politics may look normal on the surface, like just another cycle of elections, speeches, and headlines repeating again and again. But if you slow down and really pay attention, you will begin to notice something different, something subtle, something quiet, but something very important. There are changes happening beneath the surface that don't fully match the patterns we have seen in the past. And when you connect these small changes together, they start to reveal a bigger shift that could reshape how power works in the United States. For a long time, political power followed a clear structure. Established leaders controlled most of the attention. Traditional media shaped how information reached people, and voters mostly stayed loyal to their parties. This created a system that felt stable and predictable. People knew what to expect and the overall direction of politics followed a familiar path, but today that system is slowly changing. This change didn't happen suddenly. It started quietly, almost unnoticed. New platforms began to grow, new voices started to appear, and people slowly began to consume information in different ways. At first, many didn't take it seriously. It seemed like a small shift, nothing major. But over time, those small changes began to grow. Stronger, they started reaching more people, influencing more conversations, and shaping opinions in ways that traditional systems were not fully controlling anymore. Now we are seeing a new kind of influence. It's not limited to politicians or major media anymore. Independent creators, analysts, and everyday individuals are becoming powerful voices. They are connecting directly with audiences, sharing ideas without filters, and building trust in ways that were not possible before. This is a major shift because it changes how influence is created. In the past, building influence required time, resources, and access to controlled platforms. But today, one message can reach millions of people in a very short time. One video, one opinion, or one moment can change how people think. And when this happens again and again, it becomes part of the system. Because of this, power is no longer centralized. It is spreading across different platforms, different voices, and different communities. And when power becomes distributed, it becomes harder to control. It moves faster, reacts faster, and adapts faster. At the same time, voters are also changing. People are not as loyal to parties as they once were. Instead, they are focusing more on real-life issues, things that directly affect their daily lives. Economic pressure, social identity, personal values, these are becoming more important than simple party labels, and this creates space for new leaders who understand these concerns. But here is where it gets even more interesting. The most influential people are not always the most visible ones. Sometimes the real power lies with those who shape how information is understood. They don't just deliver news, they influence how people interpret it, and that changes everything. Because once perception changes, people start thinking differently. When people think differently, they act differently. And when they act differently, the outcomes begin to change. Over time, this affects elections, decisions, and the direction of the country. Now, traditional systems are facing a challenge. Some are trying to adapt to this new environment. They are changing their strategies, adjusting their messaging, and trying to connect with audiences in new ways. But others are struggling because the old methods are not as effective as they used to be. This creates a tension between old power and new influence. One side is trying to maintain control, while the other is pushing for a more flexible and fast-moving system, and this tension is shaping the future. This is not just a political change, it is also a cultural change. Society itself is evolving, people are more connected, more aware, and more expressive than ever before. They want authenticity, they want honesty, they want leaders who understand them and speak in a way that feels real. And those who can do that are rising quickly. They are building trust, gaining attention, and becoming influential in ways that traditional systems are still trying to understand. So the question becomes very simple: who benefits from all of this? The answer is those who adapt, those who understand the new system, who know how to communicate, and who can connect with people in a real way. They are the ones gaining power. On the other hand, those who rely only on old methods may slowly lose influence, not suddenly, not dramatically, but gradually, step by step. And that is how real change often happens. It doesn't come with a loud announcement. It happens quietly over time, and by the time everyone notices, the system has already changed. So what we are seeing right now may not be temporary. It may be part of a larger transformation that will define the future of US politics. A new kind of power is emerging. It is faster, more connected, and more responsive to people. It values influence over position, connection over authority, and understanding over control. And this new system is already shaping decisions, strategies, and outcomes. Because in the future, power will not only belong to those who hold office, it will belong to those who understand influence, who shape narratives, and who can adapt to a rapidly changing world. So the next time you watch political news or hear a major headline, take a moment to think deeper. Ask yourself not just what is being said, but who is shaping how it is being understood. Because that is where the real power is, and that is something you should always pay attention to. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and stay informed.